all, it's Amber from the Ostomy Diaries. I am finally back with another ostomy tips and tricks video. It has been a minute, y'all. Life has been a little bit crazy, to say the least. I'm finishing my master's in education. I'm a teacher. In case you all didn't know, if you follow me on Instagram, you know that I just had sinus surgery. If you want to know more about that, let me know in the comments. Joel and I just sold our house. We closed last Friday. We're gonna build a house soon. So life has just been nuts. But overall, I'm very blessed and life has been going great. But I've missed you guys, so I'm back. In today's video, I'm gonna be sharing with you all a couple tips for Ostomy Change Day. So I've included tips in most of my videos, but this video is for 4 tips for changing your ostomy bag. And some of these are new because about a year ago I posted a video. I started using the Coloplast Sensura Mio ostomy pouching system, and there's been some things that I've learned. You guys, even if you're a veteran ostomate, there's so much to learn. New products are coming out all the time. I'm still learning, and that's why I'm making these videos, to share with you guys along this journey. So let's get right on to it. As I go through these tips, I want you to keep in mind that not the same thing works for everybody. What works for me may not work for somebody else, and what works for you may not work for me. So this is just my experience. I hope it helps you guys. Tip number 1. This has been huge for me because I also have skin psoriasis. Don't use lotions or things with moisturizers or oils on the skin around your stoma. I so badly wanted to do this when my skin was irritated, especially in the beginning, but you have to think about it because these adhesives on the back of your flange or wafer are not going to want to stick to something that's greasy. Even if you put lotion on and you think it's dry, if you do anything where you might be sweating, that's going to make that feel more greasy again, and it could cause your ostomy to leak later on. This has happened to me before. It wasn't a fun time. Something that I didn't necessarily think about, but I am certain that it contributed to previous leaks with my ostomy pouching system in the beginning, was using baby wipes that had aloe and moisturizers and such oil and stuff in them. I would wipe the area around my stoma if I wasn't taking a full-on shower and I just wanted to do a quick change. I would wipe it with baby wipes, and some of those baby wipes had moisturizers in them, which is normally good for baby wipes, but not good for when you're changing your ostomy equipment. Tip number 2, make sure the area around your stoma is dry. I use this no sting barrier spray all the time, but even with products that are meant to go under your flange and on your skin, make sure that they dry and that skin is dry before you stick that wafer or flange. I call it a flange. Before you stick that on, because if it's not dry, those adhesives aren't going to adhere to your skin as well, and that could cause future leaks. These next 2 tips are specific-ish to the Coloplast Sensura Mio. So this is the flange. I'll link the products that I'm talking about in the video description. I love this flange. I can't express that quite enough. I love it. I gave this tip kind of in the video where I told you all, hey, I'm trying a new ostomy pouching system and I was using this. I said I go around when I'm changing it and press down on the edges. What I've learned about this flange: the adhesive is phenomenal. This bad boy sticks, and it sticks good. So what I have learned with this particular flange and material, I have had better success when I spend a significant amount of time pressing down on the edges once I stick it to my abdomen. I'm not just talking lightly go around the edges. When I first showed this in my video, when I was putting the ostomy equipment on, I said press down on the edges. I press pretty firmly all the way around, and then I take my hand and I put it over my entire ostomy pouch and I press down some more. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about right here. So when I'm putting on a new ostomy pouch, this one is like a week old, but I press down pretty significantly. Let me take off this belt so you can see better. So I press down right there pretty hard and I hold it for just a few seconds all the way around. And sometimes if I'm pushing down pretty hard up here, I may hold the bottom of this just for support. But if you're not sore, experiencing any tenderness, I press pretty hard, but that's just up to you as an individual. I will say be careful if you've just had surgery. Obviously things are tender and sore, but pressing down even lightly can help this get a better barrier and a good seal to prevent future leaks. I found when I do this, this adhesive is amazing. I've increased my ostomy wear time. I have sensitive skin, and this particular adhesive doesn't seem to irritate my skin. But like I said at the beginning, different things work for different people. Some people may not be able to tolerate this particular adhesive on this flange. And the fourth tip. This is one of the most important tips for the Coloplast Sensura Mio flange. Like I said, I'll put the numbers for this in the description. So on some flange or wafers, these tabs where you hook your ostomy belt spin around. On some other products, it's a nice feature. This one, what I've learned, when I put my ostomy flange on, when I put my flange on, and I'm just going for it, sticking it on, make sure that you put this on pretty straight. Sometimes I would just slap it on there and these will be crooked. So what happens when you have this kind of flange where these tabs do not spin and they do not move, where you stick it is where they're going to go. And so those belts have a tab, and the belt attaches right here in this little hole, and that's what hooks the belt on so that it stays on you. So if yours is crooked, the belt's going to be all crooked and jacked up on you. Alright, so I wanted to show you all how this hooks on. This is what I'm talking about. These don't move that much. You can take this tab and hook it through this circle here. This particular brand, the Coloplast Sensura Mio, has 2 tabs on each side, like that. It's secure. You can adjust it. It's elastic. It has an adjustable part here where you can make it different sizes. I sleep in these. They're pretty comfortable. I wear them to work. Can't recommend enough. It's just important to make sure you line up those tabs if you have this type of flange. As far as this tip goes, get an ostomy belt. A lot of the different brands and websites, Coloplast, Hollister, you can get on there and order free samples. You may want to contact your local ostomy supply store. They may be able to get you a free sample. These belts have helped me feel more secure. My stoma slightly droops downward, and that pressure creates some pain sometimes, and so wearing even just the small ostomy belt provides so much support and helps it to not be sore and helps me feel more comfortable. Alright guys, I hope these tips helped you. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you haven't done so yet, check me out on social media at Ostomy Diaries and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I can't wait to see you on my next video. Bye!